It's dying of a death that nobody cannot see. It's really dying.
I really know what to say now. You see right now? This music I'm hearing because you are feeling this, man.
It's dying, and people cannot see it's dying. So I don't know what you all can do to help this situation.
This music too sweet. Oh, God. Listen, inside I carry a pan stick in my pocket. Long, long time, bad night, long, long time. Ever since I know that I can play it, boy. Long, long time, bad night, long, long time. It was the first band that I had a chance to get jam in a Rama Fest. Panorama Fest. Just about to rock, the excitement I can't hold back. When I hear the knock, I stand up there in a shock. We hear the thing bang, diggy diggy 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 bang, bang diggy bang, bang 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 bang. It's the last one I'm playing for. I don't want to play for no more. I bury my heart.
Yeah, well, what happened is that it have a competition, where they call Panorama. It's taking place on Saturday, right? And with this competition, all bands have to get their pan tune up to pitch, you know, so that when they enter competition, the pan will be all blended, sweet and nice. You understand? So that's the reason why the bands, when they go in, enter in this competition, they all look forward to getting their pans tuned up. You know, they gotta get it to A440. That's the standard pitch. You know? Yeah. So, yeah. You know? So well, they come and ask me to do the job for them, to blend the pans up. So I just come. My name is Mapo, you know. So I come to tune up the pan for them, to nicen up the pans for them, so that they could enter competition.
You have 100 man in each band, 100 players in each band. To bring a steel band costing you more than $100,000. To get a steel band together, the racks cost money, the arrangers cost money, the tuners cost money, and even they got a place, you got to pay rent. You know what I'm saying? So $20, $20,000, you're losing. Even though you win the Panorama, you lose. You know what I'm saying? Because then you have guys, you have kids coming here every night from July to September, every night transporting themselves to and from, right? And the band cannot afford to pay everybody to come to practice every night. So people got to do it on their own. And then when you go to the Panorama in the museum, Wadeka or whoever is in control making millions of dollars, and the band itself is getting nothing. $20,000, that can pay one person.
I rehearsed a lot of hours. Like if I was up for 24 hours, I rehearsed 17 of them. I play guitar pan, you know, these are my sticks for guitar. Play the drums. I'm trying to improve my skills on other pans so I can be more rounded, you know. So I practice a lot of time.
So how do you get to learn the songs?
Well, somebody would arrange it, like our arranger Arden, or for Panorama he would arrange a song, or if a player, one of the players in the band arranges a song, they would teach it to us, like they'll teach the, yeah, it's a good tenor player, frontline, but they'll teach us the song, they'll start with maybe the tenors and the bass line, and they come to my section of guitars, teach us the chords slowly but surely, and then we'll have a section practice and we'll all come together. We practice for a few hours, drill, make sure everything's clean, and we got a song under our belts.
Panorama, you gotta be serious, you gotta practice hard. Even if you had to practice the same thing over and over and over, you practice it over and over and over. Because when you're looking at the band and you're playing, they're gonna be like, oh shit, now you can dance and feel this out. You understand what I'm saying? That comes in practice. Practice makes perfect.
It's amazing. Sometimes you're walking down the street in Brooklyn and everything sucks in New York, and then you hear steel drums and you turn the corner and there's a whole orchestra of people playing the fucking steel drums, and it's magic. And you see all these people from this neighborhood and they're all there practicing all night long. It's unbelievable. Come on. Come on.
Left.
Well, they're just here. They're just putting in extra hours practicing, you know, preparing for the competition on Saturday. So a lot of people devote a lot of time to just to prepare themselves for the competition, to make sure that they have all the parts that they have. There's a lot of intricacies in the music a lot of the time. So during the practice, when everyone's together, they don't always have that opportunity to focus on that. So a lot of people stay, and then, you know, obviously with, you know, everyone's lives, you know, we have different things that we're doing. So a lot of the times people can't make it to practice, so they schedule extra practices outside of the actual time that we practice. And then also too, you know, everyone learns at different paces. So, you know, there's some that don't learn as quick as others, and those people usually come early or they stay a little bit later just to catch up on parts that they need to catch up on.
How many members do you have in the group?
We have we're right now at about 60, upwards from 60, about in the mid-60s. But, you know, the thing about New York Panorama is we get a lot of foreigners, I'll call them, that don't live in New York or don't live in Brooklyn, that come and join the band, you know, and then, you know, other people from other bands usually come and, you know, play with a few other bands too, you know, so that's kind of the makeup of the band. So right now we have about 60, I would say mid-60s that we have now, but, you know, who knows, in a few days, you know, with the expectation is that, you know, we'll gain a lot more, a few more players to kind of execute the music.
So how do you know how many players you have?
We count them. We take their names and their numbers and stuff like that. We communicate with the members too. Yeah, but there are members in the band that actually play with more than one steel band, so that's why we kind of have to keep, you know, their information handy.
So they perform the same night with different groups?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So and the thing about that too is that sometimes they learn these 10-minute pieces in a short period of time with more than one band. So that has to say something about, one, their abilities, and two, the talents.
Do you want me to tell you how you memorize all the songs in different bands? All right. Well, I'm playing with 4 bands this year, and the first trick to it is that every arranger is slightly different. So all the phrasing that Kareem is doing now with Sesame is nothing like the phrasing that Popwell is doing with Sonatas. It's nothing like the phrasing that Leon Foster is doing with Crossfire, and it's nothing like the phrasing that Sheldon Elcock is doing with Dem Stars. Also, it's easier when you play different pans, because you never have anything colliding. Your brain will just section it off your body will move differently. So in this band, I'm playing a 4 cello, and in sonatas, I'm playing a double seconds. So one is being set up on the ground this way, and the other one is 2 pans being set up in front of me. And by Crossfire, I'm playing a quadraphonic, where you play up this way. And then by Dem Stars, I'm not sure yet. I have to actually go learn the song tomorrow morning. But that, you know, all those things help. I'm also a music man.
Hear it clear, so they can't practice closely with they interrupt the tuning. You know, and plus all the newcomers who now learning, they go over the street and they practice together, so all could come as one. So at the time when we practice later on tonight, everybody will have the same thing, the same note, and everybody will have it right. That's the reason why they're across the street. You know? The guy in the blue tank top, he know the whole tune, so he instructing them what to do, giving them the phrases, giving them everything correct, right on point. So tonight when they come and they're practicing, everything's supposed to be as one.
Right now what he's doing, he's like going down the line, playing it one by one to see who has the song. Well, who has up to where they reach, because the song is not finished yet. They're only outside because right now the tuner and stuff is tuning the pan, and they're setting up the yard for practice tonight.
And half of the youths there grew up in the pan from baby, from let me say 6 months to this age. The parents play, the mother play here, the father play here, so it's a generation after generation learning the culture.
So that's how the system works. It's like somebody goes and teach it, and then somebody goes teach somebody, then somebody teaches the rest of the people.
We got a real dedicated band. We have a lot of players, big band, nice music, good vibes. I think we got it this year, definitely.
You were talking about how much you practice and rehearse.
Right. I rehearse a lot of hours. Like if I was up for 24 hours, I rehearse 17 of them. I play guitar pan, you know, these are my sticks for guitar. Play the drums. I'm trying to improve my skills on other pans so I can be more rounded, you know. So I practice a lot of time.
So how do you get to learn the songs?
Well, somebody would arrange it, like our arranger Arden, or for Panorama he would arrange a song, or if a player, one of the players in the band arranges a song, they would teach it to us, like they'll teach yeah, it's a good tenor player, front line, but they'll teach us the song. They'll start with maybe the tenors and the bass line, and they come to my section of guitars, teach us the chords slowly but surely, and then we'll have a section practice and we'll all come together. We practice for a few hours, drill, make sure everything's clean, and we got a song under our belts.
Drilling the band is a task. There's a lot of new players this year, so we have to take it on, make sure everybody have all the parts, make sure everybody got everything. So it's about just listening to what the arranger does and duplicating it in my mind to bring out the best of the players and the best parts of the songs to highlight the different songs. So that's what the drilling is all about for the night. Right, hearing them, well, the reason why the drums are set up in front as well too is that I can hear exactly what he does so that I can play it back in my mind to bring it out the way he would like it to play. So that's called drilling the band and getting them prepared for the season. Yeah, that's drilling, and he would conduct when we get closer to Panorama. So that's what it is. It's a lot of work, a lot of work, you know. I play with a band called Bungee Garland and Asylum in Trinidad. That's my job. No, they're in Trinidad. They went to London to do some tracks. So, but I'm here, hanging out. All right, so get right back at you. Drum. I want to go back from pam, 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 right? Right. So we're going back from there, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
So the notes mightn't be as on key as they were when you first made the pan, right? So they have to be tuned, or what we call blended, right? So right now he's blending a tenor pan. This is a tenor pan. So some arrangers do it by ear and some do it by machine. After a while you get accustomed to the tone of the instrument, so you don't have to get a machine to do it. You basically use a hammer, so sometimes the note might be slack, a hammer to tighten it.
What are you working on right now? What do you have to do for that one?
Yeah, well you have to take the hammer. Where do the hammer go? Oh, yeah, you have to take the hammer like this and correct the notes. Give it the right song. Yeah. You know? Yeah, that's it. I think we have it. You know, so this pan is ready for action. It's all tuned up and it's ready for action.
You have to go to each pan and make sure.
Yeah. Make sure that each one is correct.
How long does that take?
Well, it takes a long time because there's a lot of pan. You know, it's a lot of pan. Like sometimes you meet a pan that not so bad. It might take you about 15 minutes. You know, then you meet a pan that is bad, take you about half an hour. And when you gotta do all this among the pans, it take you a damn long time. Like I gotta come here like about maybe 3 days in order to get through. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Has a tuna ever got blamed for them losing?
Ever?
Has a tuna ever got blamed for them losing in the competition?
Yeah. All the time. What happens is that these bands, right, have a lot of bad pans, right? They know that the pans are bad and the pans need changing, right? But for some reason, they're not changing the pan. And when the tuna come and he does his best, right? There's only so much you can do when you meet something bad. It's only so much you can do. And when you do, you come and you try your best. And they does not make it in Panama. They look for somebody to put the blame on. And the fourth person is the tuna fault. You understand that? You know? Sometimes these judges too, they mess you up with the score sheet and they write all kind of things on the score sheet, right? And then now when you come back and you get a score sheet, now you see which part you were supposed to get 10 marks, they give you 8 marks, so you blame it on the tuna, you know? But the tuna does do his best, you know? When you have good instruments, you sound good, but when you have bad instruments, there's only so much you can do with the instrument. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's also up to the player to say my pan is not tuned properly.
Yeah. Well, right, look, this one guy come back, I tune this pan today, come back and he tell me he have one note on the pan that, you know, need a little thing. I don't have a problem. You know, the note is correct, but, you know, it could have do it a little more volume. I understand where so I just come and I give it a little more volume. You know, so it's, no, well, you gotta know what to do. As a tuner, you gotta know what you have to do. You understand?
Make it louder by...
Yeah, you make it a little louder. You understand? But
pushing this way.
Yeah. You gotta like stretch the note a little bit, and then flex it. You know, give it, you know, some more flexibility. It was too low down, too tight, so it need opening up a little bit so that you could get the volume. Yeah. Think that is about it. You get something good there.
Well, my name is Kyle Black. I play the guitar, and I play with Casa Steel Orchestra.
Right now you're preparing for the competition?
Yeah. It's kind of hard, difficult. We stay late nights, and people, they're very dedicated, so that's good.
So what makes the rehearsal hard?
Because it's the music, it's the late nights. Yeah. It's just magically hard. Oh, I gotta get my pen. All right. It's gonna be kind of difficult, but. Ooh. Hi. Okay.
What's this here? The pan?
This is a shed where we keep the pans in. Oh. Hi, Nikki. I'm looking for my pan now. Right. This is one here, the guitar over here. You want to take this? Yay?
No, it didn't get too.
Yes, it did.
I was here all day, dude.
So where's the tuner?
To the left. The only 2 4 guitars, mine, Gary's, and 2 other guitars. Tight.
Wait a minute. And you couldn't have said, can you please tune my pan? Oh, all right. My pan was tuned before. I gotta go get the next one. Yeah. I'm getting kind of, I'm getting kind of tangled up here. Okay.
The pans gotta get tuned every night?
No, they just get tuned the day of. I mean, well, the week of, and this is the week of, so. No. Now, I gotta bring two of these. So I'm gonna take one over there, or should I bring the stand so I can give the demonstration? All right. So now I'm gonna play the chromatic scale. So the chromatic scale will start with C, C sharp, D. So when you play that together, it will sound like this. So it will sound like C, C sharp, D. Then next chords will be like D, it's E flat, then it's E. So when you play that together, it will sound like this. Then the rest of the chords the rest of the notes that follow is F, F, G, and G sharp. So it will sound like this. And then, yeah. So when you play together, it will sound like this. Like, then when you play backwards, it will sound like this. Well, if you're playing chords, let's say you're starting from like C sharp, you would play like that'll be like, that's a chord. Like, let's say if you roll, this is C and E. So if you roll, that's a chord. Like, okay, yeah. So basically, so like, okay, so let's say like if you play like a song, like the last year's song would be, which is with the chromatic scale. So it would be like the last year's Panorama song is yeah, that'll be the last song. So
the chromatic can be rearranged to make
it can be, yeah. It can be like backwards or forward. So forward would be, backwards would be like, that's a chord. So basically that's it. And like the chromatic scale could be like a chord. It can be like a chord, and it can be played in different ways. So it can be like this is a chord, and this is in the chromatic scale, which is, these two are in chromatic scale. So when you play it, these are two chords, these are not chords. So it will sound like this. And this is in the chromatic scale also, and this is a run, which is known as it's a run, a regular run. So good. That's a chord, and those are runs. So basically, this is a run, and that's a run also. That's it.
Oh. Remember what he said? Huh? Remember what he said from the beginning?
Not really.
I want to get your hands showing what you was doing.
All right. So the first thing I said was the chromatic scale, which is when you play backwards, it will sound like. And it can be mostly played as like a song, like it can be played as descending. Yeah, and it can be like a song, so you can play like chords, so it can be like, let's say if you're playing like those are chords that makes up the music, so it'll be like so the chromatic scale, like a song would be like that's a chord, but the rest aren't, basically. So, yeah.
I'll play chords into a chromatic.
So a chord in
like a chord progression into a chromatic
would be. Oh, so it would be like that these are chords, but these are not. So the song that we're playing now is called Tell Them. So I'm just gonna show like a small part of Tell Them. So it would be like.
That was phrasing into chords into a chromatic, right? So guitar can be used as a mid-range pan to just full with chords. You can do phrasing as well. So those chords, phrasing into a rearranged chromatic.
So like what he just said, it can be played as like.
That's chord.
Or you can change it and be like
That's a phrasing. That's a phrasing.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Then there's a chromatic.
And the chromatic scale would be. That's a chord. It can be also played as.
That's the basic. Right. So that's the basic usage of double guitar. Chords to fill the music, phrases to accentuate what the front line plays, or to fill spaces where the front line is vacant, and chromatics to make the music interesting. So the arranger might want to change key, you will use a chromatic to go from this key to a different key. So that's the basic usage of any instrument, but guitar, chords, phrasing, chromatic.
So like the front line can be playing like they can be playing that, while the guitar can be playing like and there's a so then like the second guitar can be played that's strumming. Basically is the strumming it comes from this drum. So you can play as what you play at first. So yeah.
It's very hard question because you might come out and practice for night after night after night. and to put all that time and energy and all that soul into learning a song and enjoying it so much and putting your whole heart out when you're performing, to hear that you come 4th or 5th, it's heart-crushing. So some people take it as, okay, we didn't win next year, and then some people cry about it because they worked really hard. So each person has their own interpretation of the competition itself. So certain members is like, oh well, next year, and others they'll be like, I worked so hard to come 2nd place, because it's not easy to come out every night and learn music. It's not easy at all. So it's a challenge.
Man, it's going fast. So how you feel about the results?
Upsetting. 3rd place. I was looking for 1st, but not 3rd.
Well, at least 2nd.
Huh?
Well, at least 2nd.
Came 2nd?
No, I'm saying, or at least 2nd.
Yeah, well, even 2nd, yeah, but 3rd, 2 years running now, so it's a big upset. But as people say, it's always next year, so I'm gonna try again next year, come out with our best. That's all we can do.
So you're gonna walk this all the way back to the yard?
Yep.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna see y'all over there.
All right.
All right.
Panorama in Trinidad is the birth of steel, is the birth of the pan, and therefore you do have a situation where the government encourages and promotes a lot of that whole pan experience, and they do that for a deliberate purpose. It could be political, but at the same time, it keeps the youth and everyone involved in an activity that is very close to their heart. We are in a different community here in New York. In New York, we do not have a government involved in it, so you cannot expect the same kind of treatment. I mean, unfortunately, many of the pan players believe that they should have the same experience. That is, they use the same system of judging pan. That is, you have to have 80 players and 120 pan, and they get too involved and too tied down to those rules, because this is New York. This is a city where if you pull in pan on the road, the police might tell you, if you move that pan 5 more inches, I'll lock you up. That has happened. It is not Trinidad. So they can do their best in trying to raise funds to at least give some prize money, but it's not the same. And pan men should not expect the same. But like everything else, is that whatever happened in Trinidad does not mean it should happen in New York.
Move your boyfriend's vehicle off the road.